Burnout antidote. I'm here today to have a chat about this weight gain conundrum, this 10 to 15 pound weight gain thing that can go on when your body is in a stressed state. And honestly, I understand because I was there. I was in a fit, healthy body for the majority of my life until this adrenal fatigue and major stress hit. And then, boom, I also got this 10 to 15 pound weight gain. And it also threw me for six because I was not used to being in a body that felt like that. It felt very odd. I didn't know what to make of it, really. But the thing is, it's time for a reframe. Okay? It's time for a reframe on this. The blessed thing here is that when our body gets stressed, there is all this extra cortisol release that goes on. And this cortisol is simply doing its job. It's protecting you. It's building up the fat in your body to protect you, to prepare you, for possible famine. But the thing is, in our modern day world, this is not what we actually need to be prepared for. But our body's physiological state is doing this because that's what it's designed to do. So anytime we get ourselves into a stress response state, where we're in this fight or flight mode, there's different systems in our body that shut down. So our digestive system slows down, our sexual system slows down. These are all things that are not needed when you're in a stress response state, so that your body can do what it needs to do. Okay? So, the first thing I want you to do is thank your body for doing its job perfectly. Okay? So there's been a stress response in your system. Your body has released cortisol, preparing you to fight or flight, and everything is going perfectly to plan. Okay? So thank you, body, for doing its job. Thank you, thank you. Now, the thing is, this stress response is not meant to be going off all the time. Okay? It's meant to serve a purpose. It's meant to be a short-term thing, and then we bring ourselves back to balance. We settle back down, and our system begins to create a relaxation response once again, and the order and systems of the body get restored. Okay, the stress response is meant to be a quick thing, a quick change. Unfortunately, though, in our modern day world, this stress response is going off way too often. A lot of research has shown that for many people it's about 50 to 100 times a day. And if you're extremely stressed, my God, this number can go through the roof. And there's also different levels of severity, how stressed we actually feel with a particular thing. So, there can be a minor level of stress with something, in which case the, quantity of cortisol that's been outputted will be much lower, or it can be a major stress where the cortisol is literally soaring through your system. I clearly remember the situation when I had this fire in my unit about 18 months ago. Some of you will remember me talking about that. And as it was going on, oh my goodness, I understand the stress response so well, and I could feel every symptom going on. I could feel the changes going on in the physiology of my body as I was having to respond to this crisis situation. And then later on in the day, I could feel how my system was then coming back to balance piece by piece. So my body was doing its job. So the thing is, if this stress response is going off over and over and over, yes, there's going to be extra cortisol, and if that's there for a sustained period of time, yes, your body's going to gain weight. Yes, you're going to get extra body fat around your middle, extra body fat around your thighs, just where you want it to be, right? And that's just how it is. So it's not your body doing something to you. It's just your body responding to this natural state of being in a stress response. So at the core of it, you don't want to be beating yourself up. You instead want to look at what's creating the stress in your life and just keep looking to change that. Keep looking to change that. The thing is also having this thought about, oh my God, now I hate my body. You know, I've got all this extra body fat. I can't stand it. That in itself is going to create a stress response, which is going to perpetuate the release of cortisol. Excuse me, and set up for this cycle to just stay continuing. Okay, but a flipped thought of, oh my God, thank you, body, for just doing what you were designed to do. Thank you. I respect that you've now given me this profound message. And I honor you. And I'm going to be gentle with you. And I'm going to create the relaxation that you need to come back to balance. And oh my God, these kinds of thoughts and statements create a relaxation response in your body, creating the opposite effect, where you're going to be releasing the calming type hormones, and they won't play the role of wanting to increase body fat around your middle and your thighs and wherever else it wants to go. Okay, so first step, stop beating yourself up about it. Just stop doing that to yourself. What does it do? Who does it help? Nobody. Okay, so I know it's probably not going to happen overnight, the being able to stop beating yourself up, but today is the day that you get to start a new thought process about this. So now, every time you want to go in the direction of, oh my God, I can't stand this body fat, I can't stand this extra weight, when is it going to go? I want you to see that as a perfect sign to flip the thought. Okay, and in that moment, when that thought comes, you're going to recognize that it's there, and you're going to say something kinder to yourself. You're going to thank your body for all that it's doing for you. You're going to thank your body for working perfectly. You're going to thank your body for the profound messages that it's given you, that you need to make some changes. Okay, you're just going to thank yourself. I would put your hands on the areas that are carrying the extra body fat. Put your hands on the areas around your stomach or your thighs, or whichever area you're, haven't been so kind to. And just send it some love. Send it some gentleness, some compassion. Just tell your body, I love you, I respect you, I honor you. It may sound weird, but everything that we say is responded to. Our cells respond to everything that's going on. Every thought and every emotion is reflected in the cells in the body, and they will respond. Okay, so this is your practice for at least 30 days to really cement this habit. Okay, whenever that thought comes up, oh my God, I cannot stand my body, I hate this extra body fat, bang, that's your sign. Oh, there it is again. There's that thought. And I'm now going to flip it. Okay, and you're just going to keep doing this over and over and over again until you retrain a new way to think about your body. Okay, now the second really important thing to do is you've got to keep creating a relaxation response as often as you can every single day to keep spurting out different hormones. Okay, and that as well is going to bring your body back into balance. Okay, so important to let go of the timing of this too. Let go of the timing of how quickly this is supposedly meant to happen. Your body will come back to balance in the most perfect time. Okay, nobody's going to love you any less because you're carrying an extra 10 pounds. We do this stuff to ourselves. We're so hard on ourselves. Beating ourselves up. For what? For what? Who does that serve? No one. It's definitely not serving you, and it doesn't serve those around you as a knock-on effect. Okay, so the second stage, keep doing anything you can that's going to create a relaxation response in your system. So obviously that is, you know, the longer, deeper things like your yogas and meditation practices and breathing practices, absolutely. But it's all these other things too, the thought processes that you're having, which will create the relaxation response. It's all the smaller things you can do. You know, if you're sitting waiting in your car, like I am right now for something or someone, you know, take a moment just to settle yourself, to calm yourself down. And that will create the relaxation response in your system. Okay? This is, honestly, it is the most profound wake-up call that you get. This adrenal fatigue stuff and all that goes along with it. You know, and the weight gain being one symptom of many. You know, thank you, body. Thank you, thank you, thank you for waking me up to a different way. Okay, and this is just the knock-on effect of a previous existence, a previous life, a previous thought process about something or many things. Okay, it's the knock-on effect of that. What you're doing now is creating a new you in the future. It just takes a little time to come into fruition. Okay, so if you're making changes right now, don't beat yourself up for what you did in the past. Just because it's still there in your physical body. Give yourself time. Give yourself time. Cultivate that deep patience and gratitude and love for yourself. Because as you keep at it, as you change your thoughts about this, as you keep creating a relaxation response in your system, as you keep letting go of, you know, that which stresses you in your life, your body will return to balance. And it will return to balance naturally. It's not going to come from a place of you forcing and pushing, because that's what got you here. Let's face it, okay? The forcing mentality, the pushing mentality, the trying to be perfect mentality, that's what gets you here. So we're not going to get you out of that with the same approach. So if you're thinking, right, I've got to get to that gym, man, I've got to get on that treadmill, I've got to get that 45 minutes in, I've got to start pumping those weights, I'm here to tell you that ain't going to work, because that is going to raise your cortisol up even more. And you'll get to a point where you're so exhausted with the exercise that you're doing, thinking, I'm working so hard and I'm not getting any result. It's because there's too much cortisol and your body's just not up for it right now. Okay, I would recommend, and this is point number 3, doing restorative type activities. Okay, restorative yoga, kundalini yoga, specific yogic type breathing patterns, gentle walks, and if you're a bit stronger, a bit more energized, longer walks, but still fairly slow and leisurely. These are things that are actually going to help you lose weight. I know it's counterintuitive. We think we have to work so hard to get the weight off. That's not how it works. Okay, when we do the stuff that's very restorative on our system, then we release different hormones, a whole different set of hormones. Okay, so 3 main things that I've suggested here for you to practice. Changing your thoughts about the body fat, so talking to yourself more kindly. Okay, the second thing, creating a relaxation response on your system every day, whether it's longer sessions of your relaxation activities like meditation or yoga, but also bringing in shorter moments, 2-minute moments where you stop and settle yourself. Okay, and changing your thoughts is part of that relaxation response activity. Okay, and then the third thing, doing restorative type practices. So not pushing hard with the exercise, doing things that really restore your system. Okay, you can do this. This is the day that you start to have a reframe on how you think about this body fat. Honestly, do you want to spend you know, the next 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, just beating yourself up because there's some extra body fat going on. Oh my God, don't do that to yourself. Do not do that to yourself. This is the most sacred time for you to love yourself like you have never loved yourself before. And it starts with being kind to yourself, gentle with yourself, loving with yourself, taking care with yourself. Okay? I'm going to leave it there. If you need help with this, please get in touch with me. Okay? healingfromburnout.com/radiant woman, and we can hook up a chat. Okay? Do take care. Catch you later. Bye.